A Mexican couple went to Spain to start a business and they were destroyed by taxes.
Now I understand why people leave Spain. I mean, how can I explain this? We've been earning almost nothing, honestly just about 800 euros each this whole year. So, it's not even enough for rent or food.
They still charge a ridiculous amount, you'll see.
These 3 months we paid ourselves 1,700 so we could pay for the wedding and have some peace of mind, right? We're honestly really happy. We say, okay, just a bit more money. We're earning a little better now and have money to go out. Thank you. They get you from all sides. Besides, you have to pay the self-employment fee of 270, though right now we have the reduced 90 euro rate. Now I realize that every quarter I'm an accountant and can't believe I didn't know this. So this month we have to pay another 1,500 euros. On top of the other 1,500 euros for rent. I mean the rent payment. I mean, it can't be the amount of time we work just for the government to take from us everywhere, plus the VAT. Oh, Luis, I just can't believe it. I mean, I can't believe it.
Guys, this seems crazy, but it's the harsh reality of Spain. The government bleeds you dry with taxes. It's just unbelievable. Let's see how this self-employment fee works because honestly, it's crazy. Here they tell us that, for example, if you earn from 0 to 12,450 euros, they take 19% of your income. Wow. From 12,450 euros to 20,000, they take 24%. And if you earn around 60,000 euros a year, because keep in mind, this is yearly, they take 45% of your income. 45%. It's just completely crazy. 45? 45%. This is a crime. It's practically a felony. Look, I can understand if you say to me, look, Astro, 60,000 euros is not a small amount of money. 60,000 euros, look, someone who earns more than that is a person with pretty decent purchasing power. And I agree with you, but they're not exactly rolling in it either. A person who earns 60,000 euros a year earns well, lives well, but it's not like they have a lot left over. Now imagine if they took half of that away from you. Well, that's what happens in Spain. I mean, the government takes half from you. So if you earn 60,000 in the end, you'll be left with 30,000. It's completely crazy, right? I mean, no wonder people leave. It's pretty obvious and clear that people want to get out of Spain. And look, I'm going to show you how it looks on Google Maps. This is a street, a random street in Oviedo, Asturias. Just look at how the businesses look. Just look, here's a business, right? It's called Taconis. What can you guys see here? Salquila, the business went bankrupt. Okay, let's keep looking a bit more. Oh, look at this. For sale, business closed. Incredible. This one here, luckily it's open, but look, I mean, you see businesses that I don't know how long they can last. Incredible. Okay, a few businesses open around here, but here we have others. For sale, what you see is truly impressive. The decadence at its finest. And being an entrepreneur in Spain is crazy. I mean, an entrepreneur in Spain, for me, an entrepreneur in Spain is a total hero. It has to be said. They're heroes because it's incredible that they managed to survive the most radical and absolute persecution by the Spanish government. Because the government of Spain goes after entrepreneurs. And if you don't believe me, please, let's watch this video quickly.
I want to leave. I can't take the tax burden anymore.
Dear self-made friend who did it all on your own and is moving to Andorra to avoid paying taxes.
This woman here is Irene Montero, a feminist who lives off the money of Spaniards.
Are you aware that you were probably born in a public hospital that you owe to the state and that you probably also studied in a public school?
No. Look, there's something very important here. She said that you owe it to the state. The state. The money of the Spanish state is the money of all Spaniards. It's the money of the taxpayers, which, by the way, is very poorly managed because public services are getting worse and taxes are getting higher. Why is that?
And so you owe the state about 6,000 euros a year, the estimated cost per student.
You owe it to the state? Unbelievable. It's shameless.
If you didn't attend public school, your parents paid for private healthcare and education, so you owe much of who you are to your family's wealth. I mean, because of what you say about how everything you have, you've earned all by yourself.
Do you think I'll tolerate a woman whose salary I pay with my taxes coming here to lecture me? I was born in a private hospital and went to a private school. Not because my parents are rich, but because they worked hard to give me the best. You may not understand what work means, but my parents have always worked 12-hour days to give me the best opportunities.
Of course, and sadly, in Spain, entrepreneurs, those people who work 12 hours a day and break their backs, are criminalized. Incredible.
So you're right, I should be grateful to my parents, not for the money, but for the values they taught me. Because these offices you're seeing here, which by the way are in Madrid, not Andorra, or the more than 30 people on our team, or the millions of euros we've made, all of those things have been achieved by me since I was young, all by myself, without anyone's help. Without a single euro from my parents, unfortunately, without any inheritance, and without marrying anyone for convenience.
Oh, like Irene Montero. Because before, Irene Montero, that feminist from the Spanish government, was nobody until she married Pablo Iglesias. And that's why she was able to rise politically.
Maybe that sounds more familiar. Since I was young, I've worked 12-hour days in my room, believing in myself and working hard. I know this doesn't make sense to you because you don't understand the value of hard work.
He obviously doesn't know. That's the reality.
I've always risked everything I had, without any help, especially from the government. I don't owe them anything, and would rather give all the tax money I've paid to my parents instead. Since that's not possible, I'll keep paying taxes here as always, so people like you can keep living off people like me.
Exactly. That's what's really happening. Both Irene Montero and the rest of the Spanish politicians live off entrepreneurs, off the Spanish people. It's that simple and straightforward. And it strikes me that those people have the nerve to come and even start insulting the very people who are actually their bosses. Because think about it for a moment. You, Spanish citizen, are the boss of the Spanish politicians because they depend on you, not the other way around. Be very careful. They make you believe that you need them. That's false. They need you. Because without you, without your money, these politicians are nothing.
But the worst thing isn't you, because in the end you're very clever and you do what you do to fool people, because that's how you make a living. It's the people who follow you, those people who are dirt poor, who are in a terrible situation and use your message to justify their miserable situation and stay in that mud, but with a little more dignity. Without realizing that their miserable situation will remain because people like you are most interested in keeping those poor people just as poor.
Of course, exactly. They want the poor to stay poor. In fact, isn't it curious? All these people who are always talking about helping the poor, blah, 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 get richer every day, doesn't that seem suspicious to you?
You're crazy and mentally ill, but your followers are even worse. Leave me alone. I'll keep working here.
Alright, you see, it's complete madness. Guys, this is what's happening in Spain, and that's why this girl started the video by saying, look, Spain is not for entrepreneurs. Let's keep that in mind. Look.
Now I totally understand why people leave Spain.
That's the conclusion of the video. Now I think everyone can understand why people flee from Spain, because it's an unviable country. That's the harsh reality. It's a country where if you want to start a business, if you want to get ahead, they hold you back. Guys, I want the best for Spain. It's a wonderful country. I think it could be a world power without a doubt. It has an incredible geographic location. But sadly, it has terrible politicians. That's the harsh reality. Let's hope Spain gets better. For now, the situation doesn't look good, but let's hope everything turns out well. Ladies and gentlemen, see you next time.